Well, hi! Listen, today we get to dig into my hospital bag and you get to see my essentials and seemingly my non-essentials if you're interested in this. So this is the bag that I carry to hospital. It looks like this across my shoulder. Yes, this is it. This is the bag. It's a bag that I got from my mommy. It's a very small bag, not too small, but medium sized. And I'm gonna go through each thing one by one. So the first one that you guys already saw is my thing that connects to my ear and the certain part of the patient's body is my stethoscope. One of my favorite gadgets, really. So this is a Litman stethoscope. I have one of these things that marks it because it's mine. Some people have lost their stethoscopes. I'm not trying to be one of them. So the stethoscope I actually got, so when it came to my second year, my mom had to buy me a stethoscope, both my brother and I, because we're doing medicine. And so it was expensive. It was about 1,000 something. So my brother and my mom went to our GP and told her that, you know, we need stethoscope, can we buy them at a discounted price or whatever. And my GP was like, I'm actually going to buy them for your kids. So I got this from my GP. So thank you so much, Dr. Begwasepegvile. I appreciate you. You're the real MVP. When I first started using it, I just kept saying to the consultant, oh yeah, I hear that. When I actually didn't. Sometimes, really. And scope is it's one of the gadgets that people carry in their bags and you always see around a doctor's neck or in their pockets or whatever. And sometimes some guys are just keeping it in their car so that women think they're doctors, so that they can get to have them as their girlfriends. So next up in my bag, I have a notebook. If you're a medical student, if you are learning somewhere in hospital, you'll need one of these. Listen, in hospital you have to take a lot of notes. You're a medical student, you're learning. So during your ward rounds, you'll need to be taking notes. You'll need to be writing down new things that you're learning, stuff that you maybe missed in your patient. You always need a note. You always need to make notes. So I made a lot of notes in this book. Things that I need to read up on, things I'm unsure about, or things I want to ask questions about when the chance arrives. Like, you need a notebook. And I actually got this at a conference. So I attend conferences. Watch my video up here on why you should be a student leader, and then you'll understand what freebies you get at conferences. But definitely, you know, these come in handy. I got it at one of the conferences I attended last year, or was it one of my promo events? I think one of those. So anyway, I got a lot of these, so I use them for all my hospital rotations. So for your notes. But, I hope this can focus properly. I don't know if this is happening right. Cool. So this is the Oxford Handbook of Clinical Medicine. Guys, this book helps me through medicine. I need this every single day. I've used it almost every single day when I was in hospital, because internal medicine is literally like what you'll always see. So this book has every system in the body and diseases in those systems, most of them essentially. And you can literally go up, read a short summary of that system, how it presents, the investigations you must do, how you must treat it, what the prognosis is. It's literally amazing. It's so small, compactable, and you can keep it in your bag. It's flipping amazing. I keep this all the time in my bag. Ask any medical student, your clinical medicine book is essential. Along with the apps that you will need as a medical student, you know, for drugs, for certain diseases, maybe you want more details, something that's not covered in this book. I have a video up actually that talks about apps that you will need when you're in a hospital as a medical student. So check it out. Next up, oh hey, I got this year. So this is my stamp. So our supervisors got these for us. It's a stamp of mine that I get to go like this after I've seen a patient. There it is in my hand. Okay, so after I see a patient, I sign my notes and then I make sure that they know that it's Lethukwenama, my student number, and that I am a student intern, so they don't think I'm a doctor. And yeah, so it's really, it feels official, you know, just having a stamp. You know, I feel like I'm quarter to becoming Dr. Lethukwenama, that's Dr. Lethukwenama, so it's very, very nice. So thanks to our supervisor, Marjorie, you're the one. Thank you so much for getting us these. It feels official, man. It's so nice when I get to stamp all my notes after seeing a patient, reviewing and writing up the plan and management. It's amazing. And then I have this. So this is a brown envelope. And it has my mask. So this is my N95 mask. I try not to touch it as much as possible. So I use one of these a week. So this is to prevent against COVID. So we initially got them every year from Stellenbosch. We paid for them in our student fees. Of course, it's not free. And yeah, so now I'm using it all the time because we in this pandemic of COVID-19. So I keep my mask in an envelope. It's best to keep it in an envelope so you don't touch, you know, the front of the mask. If I'm taking the mask off, I use a tissue and then I use it to take it off my face. I rub it over to the front and I put it in this envelope, which I keep in my bag every day. So each week I change one. So today, as I'm shooting this video, is a Friday. So this one is going to go into the bin, and then I'm getting a new one for the new week starting on Monday. Next up, okay, I have clinical notes. So I have to do a lot of patient write-ups, so I keep a lot of notes. Yeah, so these are patients I've seen throughout this week. I keep a record of that as well. So I have some papers written with all that information of patients. I have a tourniquet. It's matching my stethoscope. This is a tourniquet. So a tourniquet is something that you put around a patient to make it tighter on the arm like this. And then like if you make it tight and tighten it up, then you're able to view the vessels better, and then you're able to take blood. So I use this almost every single day because we always take blood from patients. Cool. And tissues, you know, you always get some rhinorrhea or need some tissue for something. You probably have tissue too. Patella hammer. So I use this for my neuro examinations. So neuro is a very interesting field and module to study. I wasn't comfortable with it. You know, I've been uncomfortable with neuro for the longest time, but I'm getting better at it. You know, we see a lot of stroke patients. So with a lot of stroke patients, you need to test their reflexes. So you use this thing. So you know, you check all the reflexes. So I have the small one. I like that it's small and portable. There's a bigger white one that they sell at our shop at school, our med school shop. But I use this one. There you go, patella hammer. So yeah, check reflexes. There you go. And then I have a Duke. I left this in hospital yesterday. It fell off my hair. I had my hair tied up and then this fell. So I found it this morning. Doesn't matter. And then I have these babies. Yo, guys. These are so important. If you don't have these, you need to get these. So my supervisor got these for me. So these are goggles. Yes, so these are goggles. And so earlier this year, you can check out this video, I got an HIV exposure. So I obviously didn't know the patient's status. So if you don't know the status, it's HIV until proven otherwise. So I had to go on HIV prophylaxis. So I took ARVs for a month because after the patient left and disappeared and I couldn't test them, I didn't know their status. So I had to just be safe and take the medication, assuming that they're actually HIV positive because we have such a high rate in South Africa. And the reason I actually got the exposure through an eye splash. I was busy suturing the patient and then at some point like blood splashed into my eye. Now I have these in my bag all the time. If I need to suture a patient or if I'm going to get exposed, I know that I have these. We actually got them at like one of the hardware stores, so it doesn't need to be fancy or whatever. One of the hardware stores, I keep it in my handbag. And sanitizers. This is sanitizer. Let me become a YouTuber for real. There you go. Is it yes, there you go. So this is hand sanitizer. I keep this. Stellenbosch gave us like some stuff to protect ourselves from COVID, and including in that package were three bottles of this hand sanitizer. So after every patient, after things that I touch, or before I put things back into my bag, especially my stethoscopes, my patella hammers, my tourniquets, I put I just try sanitize them and then I put them in here. I have another tourniquet. This is a peds one. Can you see it? Anyway, it has baby fish, birds, and whatever pictures all over it. So actually a doctor from COS gave it to me when I first got here in my first week. He's like, hey, this is a gift to you. And then next up I have my measuring tape. So I use this a lot, especially when I'm rotating through maternity. I use this tape to measure like maybe SF height, to find out, you know, how far the woman is in pregnancy, or to measure any wounds, or measure any masses the patients have, measure pediatrics. I use this a lot in pediatrics, and you know, yeah, just to know measurements. So I always keep this in my bag. And then I have a tampon. You must always keep a tampon. You never know when the red robots will start. My cycle is actually so unpredictable. I use this. There's another tampon. Whew. Then I have pins galore. So one thing you need to know is that if you start working in a hospital, they will steal your pins. They will steal them. So keep them safe, keep them close to you. And if you do borrow people, so I like gel ink pens. So this is one of my favorite, you know, gel inks. It's a Pilot ball grip. It's a very, very nice pen. So I use this, no one else touches this. And if someone borrows a pen, I'd give them one of these, or one of these outline pens. Yeah, so these if I lose it, it's fine. I won't cry too much. And then this is just a color pen. I actually don't know why it's in my hospital bag. Yeah, anyway. And then what's this? This is a light. So I check this, you know, to test patient's eyes. Can you guys see that light? Yeah, there you go. If I press on it, it comes on. Look at this, then you can look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Yeah. And then I have a highlighter, I always like highlighting like the important things. Let's say a patient came in DKA, I always, you know, highlight the glucose. Patient came in with the severe anemia, I'll highlight the HB. If patient is on warfarin and we're trying to optimize, you know, the INR, then I'll always highlight the INR and see, you know, whatever blood tests we're doing every day, just so that make sure that the important information is not missed. Cool. One of my favorite things, Vaseline. Vaseline is your baby. Vaseline really is just amazing. I don't like dry lips. I don't do well with dry lips, so I always have Vaseline with me. And my hands, I'm using a lot of sanitizer lately. Like, I think I've been pretty good with hand hygiene. By now I'm like intense. So I have to moisturize my hands a lot. So I fill this up a lot. I have a bigger one in my room. So whenever I go to hospital, I make sure that this one is full. Probably like each week, not every day. Definitely not. Another pen. They steal your pens a lot in hospital. The doctors and the nurses, watch out for them. They steal your pens. Another tampon. I'm heavy flow, so I literally have like 1,000 tampons in here. And then, okay, this is not important. Why do I have a slip? This is from Tops. Anyway, that's exactly what's in my hospital bag. So now it is empty. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you carry in your bag. What essentials do. My phone. This is my phone. My phone is my wallet actually. And these are cards that I carry. I have my city bus in Cape Town, my student card, another my city that I got from my mom when she came to visit, and then my bank card. So yeah, I need these all the time. These get me through everything. And yeah, that's exactly what I carry, because I'm trying not to carry a wallet, not to carry money, and that is why. So listen, I'm actually interested in hearing what you carry to work, whether you're in medicine or not. What are the essentials that you carry that you won't find in your actual normal handbag? What is it? I'm interested to find out.